A very good day goes to you. Hi and hello, my name is Daniel bin Benedict. I'm holding the metric number C21A1711. So for today, I'm going to do a book review as for our assignment with my partner Pooja. Without further ado, let us all go through the introduction. For the book title that we choose is The Vampire Diaries/The Awakening. The author of this book is L.J. Smith. The genre of this book includes English horror slash fantasy fiction. The number of pages, 512 pages. So for the publisher of this book is the same as the author, which is L.J. Smith. For now, I'm going to tell all of you why we choose the book. First thing first, it's all about the cover of the book. As you can see, at the cover of the book, they are the main character. Well, by looking at the cover of the book, it surely clearly tells about mystic story behind what happened whenever we see or have a look through the cover of the book. And second thing, it's about the captivating story or the interesting story in the book. It's about love triangle for Elena, Stefan, and Damon. As an additional, it also tells a story about Elena that got doppelganger, which is a vampire as a second personality. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the body or the setting of the book. The Vampire Diaries/The Awakening introduces us as the reader about the main character, which is Elena, a girl that had doppelganger, which means she got another personality that is a vampire. By viewing into the story from the book, she's beautiful, popular, and can get any guy that she wants. So for those guys that included as the other main character are Stefan and Damon. Stefan is mysterious and desperately trying to resist his desire for Elena due to her own good, while Damon can be said sexy, dangerous, driven by an urge for revenge against Stefan, the brother who betrayed him. So, the story, Elena found that she drawn to both brothers. So, who will Elena choose? So the story left all the readers untold until the upcoming season.
Hi, I'm Pooja Salim, C21A2413, and I'm your partner too for the book review of Vampire Diaries. Let's get into the story. So, main theme of the story. The recurring theme is the epic love, and Vampire Diary has no shortage of couples to ship, other than Klaus and Caroline, and Damon and Elena come to mind. Hopefully, you will find a love that consumes you too. So, as you already know, Elena starts her senior year of school in Towns of Felchurch with Meredith, Bonnie, Caroline, and Matt, who is an ex-boyfriend during their first semester. And as you all know, Elena is a very popular girl in her school, and also Stefan Salvatore also enrolls there. And all of the girls within the entire school want his attention, but Stefan just brushes them off. This deeply shocks Elena, who has never been brushed off by any boy before. Through flashbacks, we learn that Stefan is a vampire who was born in the Renaissance of Florence as the second son of Salvatore. There, he fell in love with a German girl called Catherine, who was brought to Florence by her father, but has been changed into a vampire by a person named Klaus. You will know about him in the other books. So let's get into the story as the Vampire Diaries. Although Stefan hoped to marry Catherine, their romance became complicated when Stefan's seductive older brother Damon Salvatore appeared. So although Catherine told Stefan that she loved him, she also seems romantically interested in Damon. Oh, for your information, Catherine was a doppelganger of Elena. In the story, Elena also demands explanation at last to Stefan. So Stefan tells her how he became a vampire when he and Damon both pressed Catherine to marry them. So it seems Catherine changed them into a vampire and has to choose in between who's going to marry her. But then it seems they got into a fight and has been separated from then onwards. But then Stefan also explains to Elena that vampires have powers that include the ability on influence and read mind, and ability to turn into animals. So, and the ability to influence the weather. So, Damon drinks human blood and so is more powerful than Stefan, who tries to lead a moral existence by drinking only animal blood. So, how about we know about the ring called Lapis Lazuli, who protects vampires from sunlight? And in this story, the mysterious object Stefan wears on a chain around his neck is revealed to be Catherine's ring. So, Alina assures a guilt-ridden Stefan that he is not responsible for Catherine's death, neither do Damon. So here's the tricky part. Okay, the book ends here when the next day Alina finds Stefan has disappeared from her, and furious and certain as to who should be blamed, she goes to the cemetery and shouts Damon's name to summon him. Here the book ends. So if you want to know more, you can purchase the second book and get to know more. So the conclusion, as someone who wants to be involved in storytelling for a living, this show has been everything to me. Not every reason, but every season has had fantastic cliffhangers and well-developed characters. So the Vampire Diaries may be rooted in supernatural, but it has a real pulse at its core.